Prepare your opinion.
Hi friends, my name is Muaz.
My name is Noor.
And my name is Fatin.
We're going to be discussing cyber literacy, and this topic is about fake news. We chose this article as social media is on a rise and fake news is always a relevant topic in the world today. This article also shows that how powerful social media could ruin someone's reputation and how a controversy could happen just by putting up some pictures. Was it fake news? Alleged neglect at childcare centre in Singapore. According to the Straits Times, some photos were posted on Chinese social media site, WeChat, showing the sad state of affairs at Sam's Elderly Learning Centre in River Valley Road. Is the alleged neglect at childcare centre in Singapore fake news or real? Who put those photos on social media? It started off as a rumour and then it spread like wildfire on social media, even making it to the headlines of most newspapers in Singapore. We are referring to the alleged case of child neglect at a Singapore childcare centre.
This is how all of this started. According to the Straits Times, last week, some photos were posted on Chinese social media site WeChat, showing the sad state of affair at Sam Early Learning Centre in River Valley Road. Children were still lying on the floor without mattresses. Worse still, other photos emerged showing what looked like rotten fruit in the kitchen area. The last photo showed a child lying in a cot with a used diaper next to him and feces smeared on his bare bottom. The anonymous person who put up the post also alleged that the centre never used milk powder that the parents had left for their children to be fed with, throwing it away instead. All this picture referred to a clear case of child neglect. Angry netizens vented their outrage on social media, and justifiably so, as so many Singaporeans children go to childcare every single day. Safety and hygiene is something that we have taken for granted in a clean city like Singapore.
The key issue is that the anonymous person on social media was stating or blaming the childcare centre for such nasty behaviours or nasty treatments toward these children. Meanwhile, the Early Childhood Development Agency sprung into action and got into investigation mode. We want to prove that not all things that we have read or what we have shared in social media is true, and this shows that anyone can manipulate the public with fake news and without any context or proof whatsoever. The reason we choose this article is to prove that the previous article was false. Now, in an unexpected turn of events, Sam's Early Learning Centre has come out with a statement to the media saying that the allegations were fake and an act of vengeance by a former employee. According to Channel News Asia, Mrs. Ebairi, the centre's director, has said that the photos have been circulating on social media are misleading. She referred to allegations of feeding children rotten fruits by saying the centre purchases fruit twice a week. And certainly if any part does go bad overnight, it is cut out and thrown away. Certainly if the whole fruit is bad, for sure it is disposed of. As for the children sleeping on the floor, they were apparently assigned stretching and breathing exercises after lunch.
The picture that sparked the most outrage was probably of the child shown lying in a cot with a dirty diaper beside him. Mrs. Samir has been quoted as saying that the child had a habit of pulling his diapers off while in the process of having a bowel movement during his nap time. On this particular day that the photo was taken, the teacher had called upon the cleaner to assist in the cleaning up of the child. The cleaner was asked to help wash the toddler while the teacher held him and distracted him. Apparently, the child in question is no longer in Singapore and has moved back to his home country.
The Asian parent contacted Sam Early Learning Centre and spoke to Miss Majors, Centre supervisor, who confirmed the details of the statement that has been released to the media. Early Childhood Development Agency, ACDA, report. Also, ACDA has completed its investigation on alleged child neglect, and this is what it has to say. Quote unquote, based on our visit, the centre complies with ACDA regulatory requirements for safety, health and hygiene. We have also not received adverse feedback about the centre from parents of children currently enrolled at the centre, quote unquote. This is how the parents show support. Meanwhile, in a show of solidarity, as many as 35 parents of children enrolled at Sam Early Learning Centre have signed a letter showing support for the centre.
The letter reads, "From the beginning, we did not believe these allegations were true, as our children have always been happy and healthy, and there have never been any complaints from our children about abuse or mistreatment in the many years our children has been attending SAMS. We are glad that ACDA report has cleared the name of the school and that our trust in the school and teachers has not been misplaced. We believe that the pictures were deliberately and maliciously taken out of context and captioned with defamatory statements by someone intending to harm SAM's reputation." A survey of 1,045 Singaporeans in July 2017, a project called Social Media Literacy in Singapore, titled "I Believe Information from Social Media That Turned Out to Be False." 9.1% never believed in the information. 27.4% barely believed. 45.4% sometimes believed. 12.7% very often, and 5.5% often.
6 ways to spot fake news. Firstly, develop a critical mindset. Secondly, check the source. And thirdly, see who else is reporting the story. Number 4, examine the evidence. Number 5, look for fake images. And number 6, check that it quote-unquote sounds right, quote-unquote. Here's a tip. Some stories that you encounter will sound wrong, but won't necessarily be fake news. They could be intentionally satire, for example, or something that come from humorous website, like The Onion or the Daily Mash, and for example.
Okay. We can't stop fake news from being made, but we can stop sharing it. These are some opinions about the article that we have read.
Okay, so fake news, in my opinion, is almost everywhere in Singapore. You open up a social media, be it Twitter, Instagram or Snapchat, and the list goes on. And the thing about the fake news is that it can be really exploited in a really bad way. For an example, anyone is able to post on social media that there's a bomb in a certain place, and it will make the whole community chaotic.
To me, I believe that we as consumers of the internet, we should be more aware of the things being shared online. The reason is that if so a controversial video or picture was uploaded to the internet, the people online can attack the victim, and it may traumatize the victim for life, causing him to be someone different, resulting them to affect their daily life.
Okay. My opinion on the issue of the article is that I feel that some people are really inconsiderate, and that people should think of others more often. Because once you say something that is rude or something that is not right, they can ruin somebody's reputation just by saying something that isn't good. I think that's my point. Okay. As a whole, as a group, we feel that we shouldn't believe everything we read on the internet just because there's a picture with a quote next to it.